Hello everyone, it is Toby here, back for another video, and we are 3 for 3 on recording sessions this week so far. I did my leg day where I gave my thoughts on the strongest man on earth. That did really well, really appreciate all the support and engagement on that. It was good to have a discussion with you guys. And then we recorded my strict pressing session that I did on Tuesday, and that is also plugging away quite nicely. So again, thanks for the support. So hopefully today's deadlift session continues that trajectory of getting the same sort of support, because we are fully into a new block now, first week, and we are doing heavy triples on the deadlift, as well as a load of really heavy deadlift accessories to build the strongest deadlift that I can before heading towards that ultimate goal of 300 kilos. So in today's session, we are going to be using lots of strategies to help build that deadlift strength and work sticking points and all of that jazz. So it should be really fun, really insightful. Let's get into it. So session plan then, as it is the first week of the block, the heavy triples aren't going to be quite as heavy just yet. We're going to be building up to them over the next 4 weeks. So we're going to be starting today at a triple at 235 kilo. So that should fly really nice and easy. I should make that look like light work. So yeah, really excited to get warmed up and try and pull that. And then we're going to drop the weight back down a bit and do some paused deadlift. So paused 2 inches off the floor and then blasted to lockout to work that lockout strength and get that deadlift nice and strong. Obviously, pausing the deadlift 2 inches off the floor means that you have to work just a bit harder to blast through that sticking point. And for me, the sticking point on deadlift has in the past been about 1 inch or 2 off the floor. So by pausing at that point and blasting through it, we're reinforcing that we can get through that sticking point. So that is the back off set. And then we're going to do one final heavy variation with the barbell, which is going to be pendlay rows. So in the past, this has been bent over rows, which have been nice and heavy, but now we can make them even heavier, less strict, and pause on the floor every single rip. So we explode up, row the bar, and then bring it back down. That is what makes a pendlay row different to a regular barbell row. So we're going to try and get a nice big number on that today. And then we move into our plethora of normal back accessories, the single arm cable row, the lat pull down, and the seated cable row. Just a lot of rows to finish off the back day today. And then usually we do a bit of grip at the end of the session. I did a lot of grip yesterday on my rest day, so we might or might not do that. We will see how I feel, but I'm going to get warmed up, and then the next thing you will see is my top set. But before I show you my top triple of deadlifts, I want you to make sure that if you enjoy these videos, please be sure to leave a like down below to support the channel. It helps me out massively. We are absolutely gunning it towards our goal of 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully we can make that soon. But yeah, if you found yourself not subscribed yet and you do watch these videos, please be sure to do that down below. But anyway, I'm going to shut up, I'm going to get warmed up, and we are going to deadlift 235 kilos for a very easy triple. Maybe not quite as fast as I would like, but still smooth, still easy. Definitely more in the tank, as we know. But yeah, I'm training at a different time of day today. It's about 11 a.m. and I usually train at 1 or 2 in the afternoon after a second meal. So probably running on a little bit of empty at the minute. But honestly, that was fine. I don't know why I'm complaining. It just felt a bit slower. Super hypercritical of myself, as usual. So felt good, looked good. Looked good, choking on chalk in the air there, as you do when you're in a garage gym that's like full of chalk. But yeah, no, really pleased with that. We're going to drop the weight down now to about 180, I think, 180 kilo, and do some pause. We're pausing, as I said, 2 inch off the ground for a fairly high rep set, I think. I think it might be 6 reps, either 6 or 8. So I will double check that and we will get them done. So I'll film those sets and show you them right now. So they are an example of an exercise that look really easy, but doing them is actually quite tough. I'm pretty out of breath, pretty knackered now, but yeah, they felt good. Obviously, interrupting your deadlift like that throws you off massive. But if you do lift a heavy weight and it comes off the ground and then slows down, your body's now tuned up to be able to blast through it, and it just increases the time and duration of a deadlift. But they are brutal. They do feel like crap, but they also feel awesome, and you know they're working. So it's a great back off set to do after heavy deadlifts. Really does finish off the whole posterior, like lower back, glutes, hamstrings, all feeling it now. But we can't let them off lightly, because we are about to move in to some really heavy pendlay rows. So 2 sets of, I believe, 6 to 8 on these. Might be 3 to 6 again, I don't know. I should really know my program a bit better than I do, but it is the first week of a new block, so you can't blame me. Just going to smash them out, see what we can do on them, and then I'll catch you after and explain a bit more about why pendlay rows are some of my favourite, and why they have, in my opinion, way more benefit than standard barbell rows for strongman specifically, because I know bodybuilders love to flaunt the strictness of a bent over row, really contracting the lats and my muscle connection, all that. And I'll explain exactly why I think pendlay rows are superior for everything strongman just after I've smashed them out. So those pendlays felt awesome, actually. That is a huge PB weight on those for me. 170 for 8s, moving fairly comfortable. So that's really promising. And I said I'd dive into exactly why I think pendlay rows are the most beneficial row variation for strongman. And apart from the obvious, in that you can go way heavier on them than you can bent over barbell rows or any other row variation for that matter, there is a bit more like nuanced technique stuff that actually carries over really nice and easily. So I'm going to catch my breath and then we'll go into it a bit more. So as I briefly mentioned there, the main benefit obviously of the pendlay row over any other row variation is you can go far heavier and far more explosive than you can on the bent over barbell row, because you don't have to keep constant tension in your lower back and glutes. You reset every single rep and you just explode up with it. And obviously the constant tension in the lower back and glutes on a bent over barbell row has its place and has its purpose, which is why I've been doing those a lot recently. But the pendlay row for strongman specifically is an absolutely essential row variation, because not only does it teach you to explode off of the floor with a heavy weight, so very beneficial for deadlifts and any form of deadlift variation, but it also teaches you to explode up with your arms and lats, and that is absolutely fantastic for things like a sandbag pickup, a keg pickup, anything you're carrying, stones, all of that stuff where you have to bring something off the floor to your chest and hold it there. Being able to explode a really heavy weight off the floor means that your transitions and your pickups in a loading medley are going to be so much quicker and so much smoother, because you have that power to get something from the floor to your chest quickly. And that is why I believe pendlay rows have such a benefit in strongman, because if you can do that, then any awkward object you've got to pick up, you'll be able to do quickly, efficiently, like natural stones, atlas stones, kegs, sandbags, any awkward object. It just teaches that explosive power to the chest, which I think is just absolutely fantastic. And not to mention, going super heavy, going super explosive, it taxes your back like nothing else. Like, I feel proper taxed now. So that is just a quick sort of short explanation as to why I love pendlay rows and think they're fantastic for strongman. So if they're not already in your program, try them out, see what sort of carryover it has. But yeah, that's that for the pen lay rows. So now all that's left to do is our normal row variations that we use to finish off the upper back. And these are just very simple cable exercises that you can do in any public gyms. So that is what we're going to do. Single arm cable rows I have already smashed out the park and done, and completely forgotten to film because I was just in the swing of it. So they're done, they're at the park. They are a strict single arm variation. Unilateral work is very important to keep stability in both sides of your back. But now we're going to do the lat pull down and seated cable rows. These I go a little bit heavier on, don't do quite as strict. Just need to get some good vertical pulling and close grip upper back pulling, just to finish off all those areas of the back that I might have missed doing all of these other exercises. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll film you a set of each, and then that will be the session completed. Well, there we have it. My back is absolutely fried now. Whew. That is what you call a very, very good back day. Lots of heavy barbell work and then some isolation at the end to finish things off. But yeah, usually, as I said, we do some grip at the end of this, so alternating between behind the back holds and then general grip work the other weeks. But did all my general grip work yesterday on my rest day, so I'm going to leave that for today because my forearms and hands are still very, tight and grippy, where it's like your fingers feel like you can't straighten them. So it'd just be a useless endeavor to try and do that today. But I'm more than happy with how today's session went. We got some really great pulls in earlier in the session, and then some nice and heavy pen lay rows, which are always good fun. And then, yeah, finishing off with some pretty good isolation. So I don't think there's much more to say for this video apart from to do an outro. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know you've been really enjoying these training videos lately. So if you did enjoy this one, please be sure to hit that like button down below. And also, if you've made it this far and haven't considered hitting subscribe, we do weekly or more than weekly videos here on the channel doing strongman training. A bit more of a relatable point of view, because I'm not one of these enormous mass monsters you see doing 400 kilo deads and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm strong, but nowhere near that level yet. So if you enjoy watching my journey as we chug towards getting a 300 kilo deadlift, that is something that you should subscribe for. Really, really, really should, because we're going to get it, and we're going to get it soon. So stay tuned for that. But if you did enjoy this video, again, leave a like down below and comment. I reply to every single comment. We have some good discussions down there, so get involved with the community. But otherwise, thank you guys once again so much for watching. I've been Toby, and I will see you in the next video.